Yes, right. And the main event of the evening is Pat Brown, the much touted ex-Olympian Pat Brown. Though he lost in the first round of the Olympics, but everyone's been saying that this guy is made for the pros. He's a puncher. He's violent. So we got to see him in an eight rounder. Well, it said it's a 6 rounder according to BoxRec, but according to DAZN, it was an 8 rounder. So who knows? Pat Brown weighed 204.75 pounds, so just over the cruiserweight limit. I think they're going to push him at cruiserweight to start off with. Then he can do bridgerweight. Who knows? So he was fighting a guy called Federico Grandoni, right? From Argentina, but obviously of Italian origin. There's a lot of Italian guys in Argentina. People don't realize. Grandoni must be an Italian name, right? Unless I'm wrong. But yeah, he's a tough guy. He lost his last 4 fights, but against decent opposition, and he didn't come. He didn't come to lose. You know what I'm saying? His record wasn't super. 7 wins, 3 KOs, 5 losses, 3 by way of knockout. Excuse me, 4 losses, 2 by way of knockout, and 2 draws. That might change after Pat Brown deals with him. But yeah, I mean, the fight started and Brown's aggressive. He's aggressive. He's coming out to blast a man out, and he's extremely well supported. You could hear the crowd going nuts when he came in, you know what I'm saying? And they were shouting throughout the fight. He's obviously a very popular fighter. He'll be a ticket seller. He's Manchester's version of Johnny Fisher, maybe, except probably better. No, that's no disrespect to Fisher, because Fisher, in boxing terms, is more or less a novice, whereas Brown has had, a good amateur career, including the Olympics. He's got a very broad back, Brown, very broad back, which is a sort of puncher's physique, but it's covered in spots, absolutely covered in zits, which is very suspicious. But anyway, so yeah, Pat Brown came out blasting. He wanted the KO. I love guys like this. This is why we watch boxing, isn't it, Matthew? He comes to do damage. He comes with violence. Yeah, he's looking to stop a man. And by the way, if you're watching this video, please like, because a lot of haters are attacking the channel. So hit the like button, regardless of whether you like it or not. Hit it. What I liked about Brown, in round 2, he started to land a lot of body shots, nasty body shots and uppercuts, yeah. Grandoni was game. He was game. Argentinians, it's a cliche. Apparently, they're always game, These boxing cliches, Argentinians are always game, yeah. And Ghanaians are always tough. It's one of these cringe boxing cliches. But he was game. And he was tough. And he hits back when hurt. Round 3, he was hurt, but he hit back. It was funny, like Beavis and Butthead Barker goes, oh, the body shots are doing the damage. And they were. They were being nasty. They were hurting him. They were making him bend over, dropping his hands. And then Sonny Edwards goes, yeah, the upcuts aren't helping much either. Which I thought was funny from Sonny. And it's true. The nasty uppercuts from Pat Brown. He had a good variety of punches, I thought at the end of round 3 was puffing a bit because he put a lot into those rounds. But he's obviously very fit, man. And he looked way bigger than Grandoni. Bigger in height, bigger in build, bigger in muscularity, and a lot of zits on his back. But Grandoni, as I said, he'd come to try and win. He didn't have the firepower. He did land punches against Brown at some points, but mainly it was one-way traffic. I wouldn't call it a firefight, but he tried Grandoni. Yeah. And at the end of round 3, he didn't look happy walking back to his corner. It was a very slow walk back with his head down. And in round 4, yeah, as we imagined, as we thought, down goes Grandoni in round 4 with a flurry of punches. He gets up. Pat Brown unloads on him with power, viciousness, violence, and the ref stopped it. Overall, yeah, I was pretty impressed with Pat Brown. If it was an 8-rounder, all right, which it was according to DAZN, that's an impressive, start to do an 8-rounder and in your first fight and headlining in Manchester, England, as David Greenblatt tells us, was is pretty impressive. He's obviously a ticket seller, and managed to get behind their fighters. Jamie Moore, he's trained by Jamie Moore. They get behind Jamie Moore, they get behind Ricky Hatton. You know what I'm saying? Manchester is a fight city, and they're obviously going to get behind Pat Brown. And I was very impressed, and he was very exciting. He wasn't in the least bit nervous, even though it was his first fight in front of a massive crowd as a pro. The only downer you might say, well, he was a bit easy to hit. Well, okay, fine, but, he just overpowered the guy with violence, with body shots, with headshots, with uppercuts. Grandoni probably didn't have the power to keep him off anyway. Yeah, I'm sure he'll tighten his defense up. It wasn't like he was, ever hurt or he was hit that much. There were just a couple of occasions when Grandoni landed some combinations, but, it's his first fight as a pro. So, yeah, I'm really excited, man. Hopefully he will do the business at cruiserweight, and I'm pretty sure they will aim to move him up, maybe to bridgerweight, if bridgerweight actually counts for anything by then. You know what I mean? It'll be a few years before he fights. But, you got to give him 3 or 4 years before he fights for the world title. Does he have the frame for heavyweight? He's allegedly 6'6", He already looks big at the weight. I'm pretty sure he can get up to 240. You know what I'm saying? He weighed in at almost 205 pounds. I'm pretty sure he can get up to 240. He may not even stay at cruiserweight. He's 25. Yeah. And judging by his back, there's quite a few eggs in his diet, so he might actually just grow into heavyweight and not fight for the cruiserweight title. But the hype is deserved, I would say, in this case. And we look forward to Pat Brown's career. Peace in the Middle East.